Hello, first grade friends. It's me, Miss Plowman, once again. I'm going to do another short lesson with you today, and this is what we're going to talk about in our lesson. I can identify a noun and a verb in a sentence. That simply means that I'm going to give you some sentences, and you're going to think about them and tell me the noun and the verb in the sentence. Okay, before we do that, let's review just for a few minutes what noun and verbs mean. First of all, a noun is a word that names a person, place, animal, or thing. We'll say that again. A noun is a word that names a person, place, animal, or thing in a sentence. Now, there's a lot of nouns that we can think of, but here's some examples of nouns. The first example that I have here is teacher. A teacher is a noun because it names a person. The second example that I have is house. House is a noun because it names a place. The third example is horse. Horse is a noun also because it names an animal. And your last example is chair. Chair is a noun because it names a thing. Now, reviewing verbs. A verb is a word that shows action or what a person or thing can do or is doing in a sentence. So a verb is a word that shows action or what a person or thing can do or is doing in a sentence. Sometimes you might hear a verb referred to or called action words. A verb is also called an action word that tells what a person or thing is doing in the sentence. Some verb examples. Some examples of verbs are swim. We can do that. We can do that and show action. Walk is also a verb example because we can go walk and show action by doing that. Write is a verb because you can write with a pencil or pen on a piece of paper. And play. Play is also a verb that would show action or what a person can do. You can play on your bike when you ride it. You can play a game of baseball outside. Play is a verb. Okay, so here's some sentences, and we're going to talk about the nouns and the verbs in each of these sentences. The first sentence says, the girl plays. Girl is underlined because girl names a noun. It is a person. Plays is the verb that tells what the girl is doing in the sentence. So that's my verb. Girl is the noun. Plays is the verb. Okay, your second sentence says mom cooks. Mom is my noun because it names a person. Cooks is the verb that tells what she is doing in the sentence. The horse runs. Horse is my noun, names an animal. Runs is my verb because that shows what the horse is doing. It runs. Verb is runs. Horse is noun. A flower grows. Flower is a noun, names a thing. Grows is my verb that tells what the flower does or is doing. It grows. That's my verb. Okay? Now, let's practice. I'm going to read this sentence to you, and I want to give you a few seconds to think about what is the noun and what is the verb in the sentence, and then we'll talk about it to check yourself. Your sentence says the dog likes to play. Now, I want you to think about when I read the dog likes to play, which word names the noun, the person, place, animal, or thing, and which word names the verb, the word that shows action or what the person or thing is doing. Hopefully you said dog was the noun. It names an animal. And play is the verb that tells or shows what the dog does. Play. So dog is my noun. Play is my verb. Okay? Now I want you to take what we've talked about here about finding nouns and verbs in sentences and think about that, and I want you to use what you've learned to practice your activity that you have to practice at home in your packet. Good luck!